Hi, my name is Harrison Taylor, and this is my EDL 850 School Law Case Studies, Module 14, last module of the semester. Uh, the first category, problem identification analysis. The things that I know in this case study, there's a high school involved, Slattery Steno High School. It's one of the very top in the state, very affluent student population. Most parents are doctors, lawyers. There is money definitely associated with the district in the high school. Dr. Smith is the administrator there. He's very respected, very experienced, was principal of the year recently, and so he has a lot of experience. There's a teacher, Miss Tate, first year teacher. Her assignment is very rigorous science courses. She does have a master's degree and a little bit beyond that, so she has a lot of qualification, but she is a young teacher. Ms. Tate has struggled managing students and their stress in her classroom because of the rigor in her class and the high level of students, valedictorian, slow Victorian type students in her classroom, and so she has received some negative feedback from parents and students. In this case study, they have a long weekend, and she receives a link with an email link, and so she clicks on it. There's a Facebook page, has really negative and some threatening comments, even one that is kind of threatening her life. And then Ms. Tate reports this incident to Dr. Smith. He formulates a plan for her, Ms. Tate, and himself to speak with these students they think may be involved, and then if they can't get to the bottom of it, to talk to the technology department to see if they can figure out who caused the problem there. Things I need to know is, who are the parents who talked to the administrator and the school in regard to Ms. Tate's teaching. It'd be nice to know who has been voicing these complaints, and that would help figure out who maybe had to put up this page. Does the tech department have the ability to check to see if the school was posted from the school computer? This could be a different issue if it's done at school or using school technology that may help the district in this case. And then can the police help? Do they have maybe they have some more resources they can help with? I think they should really be involved because there's a threat to a teacher in this case, more than likely. And then what is the district's policy in regards to online threats? That will help the principal make decisions and know which steps to take next. Make sure he's following all the board policies. The next one, the problem that we're dealing with, problem identification analysis. So the problem ultimately is that there's been threatening online page. It's directed at a teacher, and that's really the big problem here. There's also some issue as far as with the teacher's classroom management, things like that, but the ultimate problem is the threat. My plan of action would be, first, I would want to include either the school resource officer or the local police department and make sure that all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, and we're supporting the teacher the way that we should, and it's taken seriously. The second step, I would want, once we figure out hopefully who the student is, I want to have a meeting with this student, make sure that they do have an appropriate consequence that, meets what happened, but also that we work to, restore and hopefully build a relationship between the student and Ms. Tate going forward and with the class as a whole. And then the third step would be, I would want to sit with Ms. Tate and help her further, maybe with her mentor teacher as well, to have some strategies to help build rapport with students, maybe have a 5-minute positive time for her to check in with students and build some of that camaraderie, and that would help I think this situation as a whole immensely. Okay, and then some strategies that I would use to help implement the plan. Obviously, we want to do a lot of communication coordination with the Board of Education, superintendent, make sure that we're doing everything correctly, and the tech department. They could help us a lot here, especially if it's a school computer. And as I feel like I know a lot about technology, but you want to use the people in place that you have, and then also the local police department and possibly school SRO if there is one in the school. I want to make sure that consequences are fair and that they fit with the action that happened, but that there is a consequence in place. This needs to be addressed properly. I'd like to try to use restorative justice with this and help rebuild the relationship with a student and the teacher here and help the student learn from this situation so that they can grow in the future. And then also, help with some strategies to build relationships with the teacher, appropriate student-teacher relationships, and just, increase the overall, environment of this classroom. And then, resolving the issue for the best of students. So as far as best for students, this teacher needs the support of administration. You got to be on the teacher's side, willing to back them when parents or students are involved for sure. And then also this issue is definitely from a rapport student to teacher issue, and that needs to be addressed. That will help students learn more and also take care of some of these issues. Students need to, they learn from making mistakes. This is obviously a big mistake from the student, but we want them to learn. We want other students to learn from this. This just isn't okay at school, and taking care of this problem will help students and staff feel safer at the school. And then also we want to help, build this classroom environment so that student learning will increase because they're trusting their teacher. They feel, comfortable in class, and, some of those stress relieving techniques for students need to be used ultimately to help here in this situation. Some data from the case. The rigor in the classroom is, extremely high, causing student stress. And then there's even been some complaints as far as how well the teacher's doing, and so that needs to obviously be looked into and is something to take into account. Ms. Tate has, been given some strategies from the principal, but hasn't successfully implemented them. Maybe a mentor teacher or something like that would help, but what the administrator has done so far hasn't really worked. And then also parents and students have been complaining about heavy workload and poor instruction, which is, needed to be noted. Okay, and then, reflecting on this situation, I've seen a teacher before in this situation. It can be really hard to come back once the community and the parents and the students have a negative outlook of the teacher. It's just really tough. Ultimately, I think this situation is a relationship issue. If this teacher can, improve the relationships in the classroom, this take care of a lot of the problem. And then teacher safety and confidence needs to be a high priority and is an issue in this case. So, if a teacher is threatened, it needs to be dealt with by the administrator, so teachers feel backed, and, they can feel confident and safe in their classroom. Some unresolved issues in this case are there other threats on the internet that haven't been addressed? Maybe there needs to be, the technology team needs to do do some searches and figure out if there's other things out there other than this. Maybe there's something else. Maybe there's a way to lessen the workload for the students, but still keep the rigor up, help reduce stress and maybe build back some, rapport with the teacher and the student. So maybe there's some strategies there that can be used. And then also, how can parent support be built for Ms. Tate's classroom? I think this can be challenging, but I think Ms. Tate, maybe she could connect to some parents or whatever that may help, which obviously hasn't happened to this point. Okay, promoting the social learning of every student by acting with integrity. So some steps that I would use here, that we use following up with law enforcement to cover all your bases. That's really important, keep your integrity as an administrator. Being open and honest with Ms. Tate, the whole process, and talking to her as it happens and making sure that we're following through is really important. And then also talking to the student about the behavior, being straightforward with the student about not acceptable, the consequences, and just dealing with the issue as a whole is really important. Promoting social learning of every student, acting with fairness, some ways that we did this. The first example would be, talking to students about proper social media use. That's big. I think that's a huge thing that some schools are probably lacking now, and students need to be taught how to use these mediums appropriately. We need help to create a safe environment online for students and staff that will increase the learning by a huge amount when students feel safe and their needs are being taken care of there. And then also, having a consequence that's fair with the student action. That's a big part of being fair as an administrator. And then, promoting learning with using ethics, proper ethics. enforcing district policy fairly for all students is really big. We're not picking and choosing. We're taking care of this issue and addressing it how it should be. Being able to stand up for teachers and being willing to do that when it's adverse. I think administrators should be willing to put their name in the line of fire to help teachers, and this is a prime example. And then also helping teachers create the best classroom climate possible is really ultimately what students need and will help them have success. This case study was obviously tough for the teacher in this case and a difficult situation. I've seen teachers when students or parents start to talk negatively, it can kind of snowball and it's just hard to get away from, and teachers need support in this area. This was a good case study to think through these issues, and I appreciated working on it.